Alright, so this is going to be another movie review. This one's called The Exterminating Angel, 1962. This is going to be another Luis Buñuel movie. I'm not a big fan of this director, to say the least. This movie reminded me a lot of the discreet charm of the bourgeoisie, which I absolutely hated. Although this movie did have some pretty cool looking surrealist images. So I'm giving it 2 out of 5 stars. I disliked it overall. If it had been nothing but surrealist image, just like Unchained Adulu, I would have loved it. 5 out of 5 stars, but such was not the case. Another great movie of Luis Buñuel, by the way, is Belle de Jour. Yeah, that's the name of it. Sorry, I couldn't think of it right away. Belle de Jour. Great movie. Most of his other movies aren't so good. Some are better than others, but the ones that have to do with socio-economic issues are particularly bad, like this one. It's about the upper ruling class. They have a dinner party. All the servants quit working, and I guess they're going on strike. I don't know. They just decide they don't want to work, so they take off, and the elite upper class, whatever, they're stuck in this house for some unknown reason. This lady plays the piano, and they're all stuck in this room. They don't know how to fend for themselves. They try breaking a water pipe, and they make a campfire out of furniture. They're stuck there for a few nights, I guess. I don't know. And for some inexplicable reason, other than they like each other's company, although they're constantly fighting when they're suffering in this room. It makes no sense to me, and there's a cool scene with a crawling hand and like saws cutting into violins or something. I don't know. Clouds everywhere. It was weird. It was cool looking, but unfortunately only lasted for like 30 seconds. Same thing with the crawling hand. And those were the 2 highlights of this movie. The rest of the movie is these people that are like fighting with each other, insulting each other. One guy's deathly sick. They just stick him in the closet. They despise Jews and poor people. Lame. There's no substantive plot here. It's all in Luis Buñuel's mind, and what he thinks of people in with power and prestige. It's a quite ridiculous movie. It's a lot like the discreet charm of the bourgeoisie, which is about middle class people having dinner Um, yeah, that movie was pretty bad. I think I gave it 1 out of 5 stars, so maybe that's why I dislike this movie so much. But in any case, it's thoroughly boring. It's an hour and a half, but it seems like 3 hours. And I got two more of these Buñuel movies to watch. Not really excited about that. Then I'm going to start watching Ingmar Bergman, which is sort of a hit or miss director. More so than this one. Okay, right. Tristana with the blondie from Repulsion, and also Belle de Jour, Catherine Deneuve, or whatever her name is. She looks better with her clothes on, if you know what I mean. She doesn't look too good in old age, I might add. Then there's the Milky Way, 1969. This one, Tristana, is 1970. So I'm going from 62 to 69 to 70. Not my cup of tea in terms of Luis Buñuel. Like I said, there was a wide gap between his great movies. I think it was the surrealist movie he did was during the silent era, 1929, and towards the end. And then I think the other movie, Belle de Jour, was like 1966 or something. So we're talking a good 47 years plus of cinematic kind of doldrums. Nothing real exciting going on between that period for or afterwards, for that matter. So yeah, I think Luis Buñuel is overrated. He's right up there with Jean-Luc Godard. At least there are a couple of communist turds from Europe. One of them's from Spain, I think. The other one's from France, Switzerland, and then of course there's Pier Paolo Pasolini from Italy, whose movies are much more enjoyable than those other two communist turds. Even though he's a communist turd, he does understand Catholic religion better than most atheists, and I suspect that's what the Milky Way is about. It's supposed to be a satire, but it's not really choosing sides, really. Although the blurb here on the Netflix DVD is saying Luis Buñuel, with his trademark absurdist touches on full display, lampoons his favorite targets, organized religion in general, and Catholicism in particular. Well, it's probably more complicated than that. And I couldn't understand the ending to this movie. It didn't make any sense. I won't spoil it, but they managed to escape by reenacting the piano scene one more time, and somehow that breaks the spell temporarily. I am starting to spoil it. Never mind. There are a bunch of animals roaming around the house for no reason. A bunch of lamb and bear. And there's like a weird looking Yeti creature walking around the house. couldn't really see it. It was like Roberta Findlay movie. Anyways, not really. Roberta Findlay movies are much more enjoyable than this guy's, but it reminded me of that Yeti movie from Roberta Findlay. And yeah, so I don't have my son this week. He's in LA or somewhere. I don't even know where he is for 4th of July week, Tuesday through Monday. And so I put in a lot of hours at my grocery delivery job. It took him like 48.25 hours, something like that. And I don't feel tired. I mean, I don't have my son, so I don't have to pick him up or drop him off. And I don't know. I've just been working regular hours, like 9 a.m. to 8:30 p.m., 9 to 11 hours, roughly from Tuesday until through Friday. And then I did a couple of 5-hour shifts on Monday and Saturday, but I just don't feel like taking a nap. I took one when I got home around 2:30, but only lasted for about an hour. So I'm just gonna take some red line later on, see if I can nap right now. And when I wake up at 10, I'll take some red line. I already washed my hair. I got some Control GX just for men to get rid of the gray. Hopefully you can't see any gray hairs on this video. I always have light hairs here. My sideburns. This side is darker than this side, which is kind of strange. Oh, I know why, because I grew it out more here than over here. Anyways. So I'm going to do my graveyard shift, come home, take a nap. I've got a date with a 22-year-old black woman. His name is also Aaron, the same name as my son, and spelled exactly the same, Aaron. She doesn't look like a transsexual to me, but could be wrong. She said she was going to call me and give me the time and location of our date in Oakland tomorrow, our lunch date, our first date. And it seems like the only dates I can get are younger black women, like 18 to 22 in that age range, which is fine. I mean, I'm cool with it. I didn't used to like black women because they're large black nipples, but now I'm cool with it. I guess I've changed my discriminating taste in women. Now I just don't like white women unless they have hirsute eyebrows. I used to didn't like any white women. I guess I'm broadening my my horizons, less exotic things. Here in the United States, beggars can't be choosers when you get to be my age and you have an 8-year-old son. But she seems like a nice lady. She's open-minded and kind of got an interesting Tinder profile there. So we'll see if she's for real We'll see if she calls me tonight, wake me up. But my hair's still wet. I don't like to. I don't like to dry it with a towel because I get all this black stuff all over my towel. Even if I'm just wiping my face or my body, it's just this black stuff all over my towel. But I left the first bottle that I bought directly from Just for Men at the hotel where my son and I were staying. And the people who cleaned the hotel room threw it away. So I couldn't get it back. I had to order another one. It was about halfway done anyway. And I got one really cheap on Rite Aid. I don't know where to find it when I go to the stores. I don't know what section it's in, so I always order it online. And got a pretty good deal from Rite Aid. Just arrived today, so I put some more of that stuff goop in my hair. And yeah, I'm not seeing much gray there. It's holding up pretty good. Except for the sides of my head. I got light hairs for some reason. But it doesn't look like gray hairs. Sunset. So, yeah. We'll see how that goes. Even when I was in my 30s, my former coworker, Symphony, told me to dye my hair because she could see some salt and pepper going on when I was in my mid-30s. So, anyways, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, I got to work 2 jobs Monday. So, we'll see how that goes. But I might not be tired if I can. This gal flakes on me tomorrow. All I got to do is buy lunch food for Monday through Thursday. Yeah, I guess I'll watch. What's it called? Tristana. It's got Fernando Rey, who's a terrible actor, very ugly-looking man. She's kind of, and then Catherine Deneuve or whatever her name is. She's she plays the adolescent woman who is getting the advances of Fernando Rey. Should be kind of interesting, but I like it. So I'm going from 1962 to 1970 to 1969. I don't think I'm going to like either of these 2 movies, but we'll see. I'll try to keep an open mind, and glad I got through one crappy director. Gotta get through another okay director. I just want to watch Salo, the Pier Paolo Pasolini one, where they're like eating poo and they're being forced to eat poo and it's really like a chocolate bar or something. Kind of ridiculous. That movie has a bad reputation as being rather tasteless, so I'm looking forward to watching that. Anyways, I've never actually seen Salo, but a lot of cult movie guys reviewed Salo, and yeah, I guess they were pretty grossed out by it. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. It's supposed to have lots of cruelty and disgusting kind of stuff in it. So sounds like my cup of tea. We'll see how it goes. But it's going to take a while to get down there on my Netflix queue, and yeah, I'll see if I can take a nap. I don't feel too tired, but maybe my date will call me, wake me up. We'll see. I told my landlord not to wake me up. She gave me this 60-day notice of termination of tenancy after she tried unsuccessfully to raise my rent 21%. I went and got legal advice. They told me what she was doing was not legal. So I told her that, and she gave me this 60-day notice of termination of tenancy. So I don't know what it means, but I know I can't be kicked out without a court order. I can't be evicted without a court order. So this thing is kind of meaningless to me, but I don't even know if it's the legal requirement that she was supposed to do before she threatened to raise my rent. But in any case, I'll go back to the legal clinic Tuesday to show them the paperwork, because they know what it is more than I do. And, take it from there. Probably go to trial. I'll just say she retaliated against me for pointing out that she was violating my tenant rights. I live in communist California, so try to take full advantage of it when people try to screw me, but I often criticize it and I want to make a movie about it. So it's kind of a strange dichotomy there, but in any case, there's this Indian guy who's staying here on Airbnb, and he kept telling me, "Oh, you should just find another place and let it go. Karma is gonna come bite you in the arse," that kind of thing. And I just nodded my head and go, "Okay, sounds pretty good." He got my email address and my phone number and my WhatsApp thing. So he's gonna stay in touch. He likes traveling around the world. He's been to New York, India, Los Angeles, San Francisco. He was in New York for like 6 months. I guess he wants to be like a guru kind of guy. I don't know. Pretty nice guy though. He bought me dinner last night at the Japanese restaurant. I spent about $20 on me, which was nice. I haven't had a meal like that in a long time. Going to the ramen joint, getting some ramen, some karagi chicken, some gyoza pot stickers, and I ate all of it. I was hungry because I spilled my salad in the Good Eggs van when I was delivering groceries. I braked really hard in the salad spilled all over the floor, most of it. So I just felt hungry last night, and I just picked out on some Japanese food. It's pretty satisfying. Um, I have a feeling I'm going to pig out again tomorrow with this date if she ever calls me tonight. Hopefully she's not a faker like most of these Tinder people are either fakers, prostitutes, or gold diggers. Hopefully she's for real, but we'll see. She's pretty decent looking. Not bad. I don't know. She's 18 miles away, so I'm thinking she's in Oakland, but doesn't really say. That's what I don't like about Tinder. It doesn't just say if they're in East Bay or West Bay. Of course, I prefer West Bay, but the only dates I can get are in East Bay. And I don't think the court really cares where I live because my timeshare with my son is pretty much set in stone unless I want more. It might be difficult to argue for overnight stays if I'm living in East Bay, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'll let you know what happens. If she flakes on me or she's for real and she wants to be like the other crazy 18-year-old that didn't want any kids. So she broke off our first date. One in San Jose who was kind of a little excitable in terms of she thought I was good looking and whatnot. But anyways, I'm glad that one didn't work out. We'll see how this one goes. Laters.